Valentine's afternoon. Bleaky day today, November 1st, 2015. It's been overcast for the past 2 days. Nothing but rain, no sun for the past 2 days. However, we're still pulling out a bit of power. Out of 2600 watts of solar power on the Aurora, we are pulling 120 watts. On the FlexMax 80, out of 1560 watts, we're pulling in 60 watts. Okay, changes I've done is I brought back one of the power jack inverter, 1200 watts, and I also I'm using it as a dump load from the FlexMax 80. Whenever we go to float voltage, it will trigger the voltage over here and send some power over into the house or into this watt meter right here. Reason for it, at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon or so, when the batteries are fully charged, the FlexMax 80 stop bringing in power, and then we just have 1560 watts of panel just sitting on the roof not doing anything. So we wanted to use up some of that as well. So what we did, we made we got two DC to DC boost converter and installed here. Because remember, the power jack is 28 volts to 55 volts input. My battery system is 24 volts. So I had to get two DC to DC boost converter and install here so I could ramp the voltage up. So I could trigger off the power jack inverter here. So it is controlled, the DC to DC boost controller, they are controlled by a 12 volts SSR, 12 volts in SSR relay and a coil relay inside here, which is controlled from the auxiliary output of the FlexMax 80 when we go to float voltage. Let me give you an example of how the float auxiliary output or how the auxiliary output on the FlexMax 80 will work or trigger off over here. So on the FlexMax, let's assume that this is the auxiliary. Let's assume that we're going to trigger the auxiliary output, I should say. So let's assume that we triggered it, and there it is. That's when the auxiliary output is triggered, when we're in float voltage. As you can see what happened when we're in float voltage, and the auxiliary is triggered on the FlexMax 80. We're dumping 12 amps over here at 351 watts, and comes back into the power jack grid tie inverter, then goes into the house. So from the conversion, we have 297 watts, 296 watts going into the house, and this is coming from the power jack 1200 grid tie inverter, and power jack 1200 grid tie inverter gets its power from two DC to DC 600 watts converter that's sitting in this box right here. And the same thing, the fan also comes on when the auxiliary is activated from the FlexMax 80. The meter as well also comes on when it's triggered. The two DC to DC converter that's inside here comes on when the auxiliary is triggered. The SSR relay also comes on when the auxiliary is triggered, and the coil relay that's sitting inside here also comes on when the auxiliary is triggered. So let's shut the auxiliary output off on the FlexMax 80 and see what happened. It's off. As you can see, voltage dropping, amps drop, wattage drop, fans also shut off, and there's nothing coming on here. I'm gonna trigger it again. We trigger it, and that's what's going on. So that's what I did to my system YouTube. Fan will always work. And also, like I said, the fan is here to put cool air into this chamber or into this box. And here it is. So 29 volts from both boost converter, 11 amps, and 321 watts. And it's off, and there it is. So that's my system YouTube. Garfield signing off once again. Talk to you later.